Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ben 10 Ultimate Ensemble, Universal Ensemble, whichever one of the million names you want to call. I really don't care at this point, where I'm going to talk more about stuff that could be in-game that isn't in-game, and we're actually going to be talking about Vilgax, and I'm also going to be revisiting the Ben 10,000 stuff because I thought of a different idea, and I thought that could be a little bit more interesting than just reducing them to skins. So, I feel like the first thing I should talk about realistically would probably be Argit. And the reason, like, why talk about Argit, right? Like, why would you care about this guy? He's got one ability, and that's the fact that when he shoots his quills at people, they fall asleep. That's all he can do. So why would I talk about him? It's to add more diversity and everything, because we just want more stuff. It doesn't matter how little it is. The developers have already been known for giving things like 1 or 2 moves, releasing and calling it done. So, you know, why not add Argit? So how he would work was that he would be similar to, he wouldn't be Omnitrix accessible. He would be similar to Magic, Osmosian, I almost said Anodite. Magic, Osmosian, and then, Nanite? I'm pretty sure that's what it is. We're talking about that later, where you get him through other means. And the way that you would get him would probably just be, like, something really stupid, because, again, his power is really bad, and the only way I could think of getting him is if, like, I guess you could make it, a 1 out of 3 chance where, like, Omnitrix follows you, but 1 out of 3 chance of Osmosian, Anodite, or Argit's race, which, funnily enough, his species actually isn't unknown, so it's literally just labeled as, Argit's species, so we just call this Argit. And his only ability is, if we look down here, well, Argit himself, his ability is that he's really good technologically, but if we scroll down far enough, we'll see that his only, yeah, right here, powers and abilities. He can shoot sharp quills that can knock out those who are struck with them. They're not lethal, but they're really strong and they can take people out. If he hits them with their quills, they'll go unconscious, basically. He can also play dead because he's a possum. That's funny enough. If he's scared enough, he can release all his quills. So we can have, like, cool projectiles, you know, cool AoE, and, he's got good jumping ability and durability, but I feel like everybody has good durability in this show. So give him, like, a higher jump, quill shooting, and the quill AoE, and he has a sharp tongue. Oh, they mean, like, sharp tongue like he's smart, like he can trick people. I thought that man had a sharp tongue, like this man's got a knife, like, stab people with his tongue, but no. So, there's that. I hate it whenever I record with my face on my nose just gets itchy. Are y'all staring at my nose? Is it because I can't smell? What is this? I'm kidding. But yeah, quill shoot, quill AoE, and higher jump. That's all Argit would really have. Would he be good? No. Is it something else to add to the game? Yes. So he's got that going for him. And on that note, I also want to talk about this character right here. And the reason why I bring this character up is specifically because of what they are. So this is a Tetraman, in case you don't know. And if you don't know what a Tetraman is, that's 4 arms as species. So this character is one of 4 arms species. She's a Tetraman, and it's known for Tetramans that the females tend to be stronger. So what happens in the show with her, this is Omniverse, by the way, whenever she shows up, she's like, turn into 4 arms, because, yeah, I think you all know where that's going. But basically what I'm saying here is that instead of just making it so that the Omnitrix is the only one that can use these, why not just add these guys as different races? So add Tetraman, add all the aliens. I can't remember all the races off the top of my head. We got Tetraman, like some other stuff like that. Just make it so that if they add an alien species, what I'm saying, I'm trying to figure out how to talk about this. I think the best way they could do this is that when people get sent to the No Void, you'll find like these species of people. So you find like Tetramans, whatever Wild Mud is, Pyronites, which is Heat Blast, Galvanic Mechamorphs, which is Upgrade. I'm just trying to think of alien species names. You get where I'm going with this. Make it so that you can become an alien, but you can only be that alien. So for example, if you become a Tetraman, as compared to the Omnitrix version of the Tetraman, you would be notably stronger than other Tetramans. You just have higher stats. I don't think you would have any, like, cooler moves. Like, look at this. She's really strong. She's really durable. She jumps really high. She's, oh, well, since she's a girl, she's smaller, so she's actually faster. That's cool. She clotheslined Accelerate. I didn't remember when that happened, but that's awesome. But yeah, you get where I'm going with this. Make it so that you can, like, become an alien species, and it's just stronger than what the Omnitrix version gives you. And the reason why I'm also bringing in all these ideas is because I'm so tired of everybody with the Omnitrix. It's annoying. It's annoying. But, as you see here, I have, the Generator Rex wiki, which is about Rex because they added nanites. So, again, this is another, you know, alien species that got added. But the difference is that Rex is, he showed up in a collaboration episode with Ben 10, where, you know, they both cross paths and, you know, they start off getting annoyed at each other and they fight, then they gotta team up, blah, 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 stuff like that. And they decided to add Rex, who's a nanite, because of his one little crossover episode. But we don't get, like, Argit or just pure alien species. And that also would bring up, my homie Vilgax here. How has Vilgax not been added? I suppose it's because Vilgax is quite literally one of the strongest, if not the strongest, of all of Ben 10's enemies. I want to say strongest, but then I'm sure everybody will just be like, oh, you say he's the strongest, can he beat Alien X? Alien X is literally God, no one can beat Alien X, that's the whole gimmick of Alien X. Nobody can stop him. The closest we get to beating Alien X is by another Celastapian. But Vilgax is an interesting, he's a Chimera Suit Generous, and he is half Lucabra. What is a Lucabra? I don't remember. Oh, he's these things! No! Oh, okay, I want to talk about these guys now. That's awesome. We'll talk about them later, but right now we're talking about Vilgax. So Vilgax is literally held as the strongest, most powerful Ben 10 alien in the entire universe. And what he does is that's what he does right there. Oh my god. Vilgax is Vilgax. He is Destroyer of Worlds. So let's go ahead and get to like a better one of him, like more powers and abilities in depth. Doesn't show any special powers or abilities except for tremendous agility, hand-to-hand combat skills. He already had enhanced strength and endurance when surviving a nuclear explosion at point-blank range. Was made clear he was seriously injured while believed to be dead. Cybernetic enhancements. He's taller and granted immense strength and near invulnerability. So he's strong, he's durable, he jumps high. I want to see his like supernatural powers. Fireproof, that's durability, enhanced reflexes, stop to accelerate. Conditions to survive against the harsh conditions of space without protective. He's Frieza! He can survive through space. He can fly. He can, yeah, super jump again. He's got red laser beams, so that could be one of his moves. He's got high detection, so he can hear stuff. Has breath so powerful, so give him a wind blow move. He can turn to a giant octopus monster, only in the ocean now. He can regenerate, so that is actually a really big thing. Because, like, if you ever watched Dragon Ball, their biggest threats have been people who can regenerate. But Vilgax can regenerate, and Ben is definitely not capable. If Ben can't even kill someone, there's no way he would be able to handle somebody who could regenerate. Like, even if he's like, okay, I need to kill Vilgax right here, right now. He would try it, and the Vilgax would just re-grow himself. Like, okay, time for round 2. So he's got regeneration. He eventually gets Dagon's powers, but Jesus, oof. He's weak to cold, so maybe make him take more damage to like big chill and stuff. He's in his true form, he becomes too weak. He also needs to be in water. So this is the octopus form, I'm assuming. He's durable, but he obviously, yeah. He's vulnerable to electricity. So make him take more damage to like ice and electricity. So like big chill, buzz shock, those two are ones that come to mind. He's terrified of Ma Vredal, and he will leave the scene if she is peasant. He can also be terrified of Topic, but that's a little gimmick. Ma Vredal. Oh, it's her. Oh yeah, she's scary. Yeah, Topic is interesting though. But what I'm saying is that for Vilgax, what you could give him is we just look through all of his stuff. So, like, for the original series Vilgax, what we're going to give him is probably just raw strength. He's going to be the most durable, most health, deals the most damage in the game. He's gonna... Actually, here's a better way to put this. This Vilgax right here, this one right here, original series 2, this one will be stronger than every single alien that you can get in the original series Omnitrix, okay? Make him stronger than all of those. And if you're wondering what this one is, this is like Vilgax when he's weak, I guess. I don't remember. I thought this was an entirely different character. I thought this was someone else. I don't know. This was literally just Vilgax. So, that's interesting. And right here, for Ultimate Alien or Alien Force, you'll notice all this stuff he's got on him. So we're going to give him a sword now. He's going to keep all of his stuff. He's going to keep all of his stuff from here, but he's going to get his sword now. We're also going to give him his I-beams. I remember him doing that, and that gauntlet right there. And I can't remember what the gauntlet does, but I don't know. He's got a lot of countermeasures for all of Ben's aliens at this point, because remember when he challenges Ben, like, okay, we'll have a one-on-one, no tricks, no games, no anything, and he actually does honor the 1v1, because it's, what race is he? Chimera Suit Genesis? Yeah, those guys really like watching people fight, So, you know, they fight, and he beats him because Ben turns into Chromostone. And Vilgax's sword can absorb and retract energy, similar to if you've ever watched the Godzilla movie. He can do that to Chromostone's energy, and then he uses it to destroy Chromostone, and then, you know, Ben, being the main character, comes back as Diamond Head. But, so he would get a sword right here. And then for Omniverse, I honestly can't remember too much about Omniverse, aside from the fact that I hate this design. Wow! Oh gosh. We saw that, down here, they used most of the... Yeah, because he gets zapped by a Shock Squatch here. Big Chill right there. He gets cold. That's a really big one. Yomi Vilgax is weak to colds. But let's go ahead and look down here a little bit. I think this is just the gallery, but you'll notice Vilgax as a Lucacabra. So we can add this Vilgax as well, since we're going to be talking about Dagon as well. This is Vilgax when he turns into an actual whatever species is. This is true 100% full power. He'll also get Ascalon armor for his Alien Force Ultimate Alien. Oh my god, dude, Vilgax. Vilgax wearing the... We're not giving him the Omnitrix. I don't want to do that. And if we did give him the Omnitrix, the way it would work is that when he'd, like, dial it and turn into an alien, they'd have the little warriors appear and be, like, turning into Wildma, and then they'd get the form of Wildma and then go attack whatever. Like, if he were to actually... If they were to give him the Omnitrix, I'm saying that he wouldn't use it to turn into aliens. He would use it to power his army like he's literally been saying for so long. Vilgax with Dagon, we can talk about that later. Vilgax as a Lucacabra, I suppose, we'll talk about that later. And Vilgax and Malware armor, this doesn't really matter, just make it so that Galvanic Mechamorphs can upgrade players and they'll just get like this suit of armor. The reason why this one is red is because it's Malware from Omniverse, and whereas if it was Ben, like when it happened with Generator Rex, it was green. So yeah. That's all the stuff for Vilgax aside from these two, so we'll come back, and I also need to talk about something with these guys up here. So let's talk about how Dagon could get added. We're gonna add Dagon, right? But his species is just a demon, because Dagon is literally just a demon. He's got no joke, no gimmick, no nothing. He's just a terrifyingly powerful demon, and what he can do, noticeably, is he's got Acid Rain. He's got the tentacles, which can shock? I can't remember. Does he? Whatever. Let's just look through his abilities. Strength, durability, vision. Dimension kinesis, so he can just travel through dimensions. Oh! That does make everything a little bit harder, doesn't it? Immortality. So Dagon is immortal, so he's not going to be playable, no way. I think what we'll do with Dagon is we'll just add him as an NPC. And if you manage to defeat him as Vilgax Ultimate Alien Force or whatever, this one right here, I remember that his sword can absorb beams from chromosomes, so you can probably absorb that. You'll get Vilgax Dagon powers, which you can look like this, and you can turn into this. These guys don't have different moves. This one is just really big and can fly around. This one can also fly, but he's not as big. But this guy's just for like intimidation, I guess. It'll look cool. And Vilgax as a Lucacabra is notable to have all of Dagon's abilities, so just kind of mash them together. Just make Vilgax a little bit stronger, and boom, there you go. And that's how we would add Dagon and Vilgax to the game. So there we go. And now I want to rephrase what I said about Ben 10,000 aliens being their just mutations. So instead, let's go ahead and say that you get the original series Omnitrix, and you get up to full mastery. You can talk to Azimuth. Azimuth will give you two options. I can either, one, make the Omnitrix stronger for you, or two, you can keep using it the way it is since you have master control. And if you say, I want to keep it the way it is since that's master control, really important that it doesn't actually have master control. That's just what's implied in the show, because remember when he keeps changing forms in the show, you're not actually going to get master control, because that's like admin mod only thing in game. So he'll just say that you have master control. You don't actually have master control. You can't stress that enough. And if you do that, you'll get this watch, which doesn't change at all. It just changes all the aliens. It just gives them a small stat increase. Not as big as Ultimification, but instead like relatively, I want to say like if Ultimification increase would be this much, let's make normal increase like this much. So give that a small stat increase, and obviously all the aliens would change to look like their 10,000 variants. This one isn't different. This one just showed up in a reappearance. And then in Omniverse, this is where if you get full mastery with the Ben 10,000 watch, you can turn into... Wait, no, is that the right one? No, it's this one. It's this one, okay. So they added this game pass recently where you can use Ultimate Ben, and you can just do that. If you get this 10,000 watch and, you know, max it out, and then you can upgrade it to this, you'll get this watch, but you'll get the Alien Force watch, but you can turn into the aliens without, looking like them if you want to. But the thing is, they made it into a Game Pass right now, so this idea has kind of been ruined, so I guess I should just gloss over this. But if you were to, you know, if they go through this, then you get that, and you get this, and what this does is, it works the same, except you get, like, you can change your appearance to look like yourself or look like the aliens, and it'll get the alien. I don't know. This idea was kind of completely ruined, if I'm gonna be honest. I had a whole like thing planned, but now that they've added it as a Game Pass, I can't really go off of this anymore. So for now, let's just ignore this. Let's say you do get this, and then you get the alien focus version, which is supposed to be Ultimate Ben, but you get Max Mastery with that, and then you can go ahead and talk to Azimuth, and he'll give you the Biometrics. What the Biometrics does is it lets you mash two aliens together, but not in the way that you think, like in the show. Because I genuinely don't know if the developers would be able to handle all of that, because this would be at the time of Omniverse. That would be a lot of aliens to be able to mash them all together. Where it's like, okay, you know, with Ultimatrix that's fine because that's just a different color scheme, but this is like, you gotta make them look similar. Like, what did he use again? Like, Formungasaur, Goomungasaur, Waychuck, oh, he would also have his hoverboard, that'd be cool. The Ben 10,000. Where's your aliens? Where are your aliens? I don't know where they are. Wait, big Kevin Lemon, no. No, he doesn't say anything. Atomic X. It doesn't say what aliens he used, but you get my idea. You'd be able to mishmash aliens together. And the way that it would work in-game is that they would resemble each other a little bit. Like, maybe do it like Swap Force, like, this much will be the first alien you chose, and everything from down below will be the other alien you chose. So, like, if I decide to turn into Gray Matter and Nanomech, I will get Gray Matter head and stuff, and then Nanomech legs and stuff, which means, no, I wouldn't be able to fly, so I should have put Nanomech first. I messed up. Omnitrix randomization be like, yeah. And it says he has 10,000 aliens, but he doesn't. That's just because of name. So yeah, you'd be able to combine aliens, and what they would do is they would get a stat increase, and you would get access to a few of their moves. The top alien would have their first 3 moves, and then the other alien would have their last 3 moves, but then that also brings up the case that they just decided to give every alien, like, I feel like the most moves I've seen is like 4 on Omnitrix aliens, which is why I hold Magic Osmosian in such high manner, because they have a little bit more than that. Primarily Magic, but Magic's stupid. So, yeah, just, like, give them both moves and then make them, like, different keybinds or something. Just smash them aliens together. And then that would also bring up a new spec type thing called the Futurians. Whoa, the Futurians, what can they do, you ask? Well, if you're an evil Futurian, you can get, Eon's powers, and what he can do is all of this stuff, but more importantly, he can do Energy Blast, Time Rays, which will age people. Like, you shoot the Time Ray at them, it'll age them. They'll take damage as they slowly get slower, and then sure enough, they'll start to crumble into dust like what happened in the show. Now, obviously, if this does hit you, like, it hits your alien, you're not going to lose your alien like Ben did in the show when he lost, like, Swampfire and Diamond Head or Chromosome, whatever he lost. I know he lost Swampfire. That's not going to happen. That would just be too strong, and do you really want all of your hard work getting poofed away because someone decided to pick Eon? No one wants that. Let's be real. So you'd have the Time Beams where it slows you down and then turns you into dust. You'd have to try and avoid it, but if the person's got a good enough name, you're going to be Gonzo. Dimension travel, you can just, like, open a no void portal. Teleportation, pretty simple. Space-time manipulation, won't really worry about that. You won't worry about this, won't worry about temporal conscious. What? Okay. Technokinesis, just give him lodestars, like, E to move stuff around, I guess, since it works on stuff that isn't technical, like Lodestar can move around a brick, mana users can move around people, stuff like that. Chronokinesis, give him like ice moves. Energy Blast is pretty simple, just give him a ton of Energy Blast, like pew 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 pew, you know, one big energy beam like the Time Ray, you know, stuff like that. It's pretty simple stuff. And if you're a good Futurian, you'll get Professor Paradox's power, who you don't actually get too many abilities, but it's noticeable that you'll be immortal. I'm just saying. You can fly, age reversal doesn't matter, maybe just give him regen, time travel, time reduction, time stopping. Hell, don't give him time stop. Time stop in Ben 10 would be absurd. Don't give him time stop. Maybe give him like, maybe like allow him like reverse it. Maybe make it so that if he can time stop, it's a very small thing and like he has to, it has like a long start, like him like going for his watch, taking it out and then pressing the thing and then time will stop. But honestly, just avoid that. That would be so annoying for everybody. Biological immortality, yeah, chronokinesis, ice stuff, chronopathy, flying, yeah, he doesn't have too much going for him. Apparently he has enhanced strength, durability, agility, and stamina and stuff. I can understand intelligence, but the other stuff is like, huh? Like, Professor Paradox is also held off as the, like, another really strong character who, you know, it just doesn't do anything just because he just wants to see everything unfold. But yeah, good Futurian, bad Futurian. And when I was talking about Ben 10,000, I wanted to bring up the idea of Vilgax 10,000 or Future Vilgax, whatever it's called, where you would have to watch the actual fight scene, but you'll notice that Vilgax has... He allowed himself to be tampered with by Dr. Animo, who, if you don't know, is a animal scientist doctor, who you could add that, but I don't really want to talk about that. Maybe in another one. But he allowed Animo to, like, mess with his body in hopes of beating Ben, like, give me every counter to all 10 of Ben's aliens, and Animo's like, I can do it, I'm smart enough. So he goes off and does that, and then Vilgax gets, like for Accelerate, he has the mines that Accelerate is so fast, he runs onto them and blows up. For Wild Mud, he's got the little tracking, the little rope that goes out, grabs them, pulls them in. For Heat Blast, he's got the water spewing. For trying to think. For Diamond Head, he's got the strong hammer. Boom, you know, strong hammer. I don't know. He punches Diamond Head or some crap. I can't remember that episode, but yeah. Part 3. This is all aliens that I would give abilities or some stuff. Please add Vilgax if anything else. Like, I would love to be able to play as Vilgax. I would literally give away my Tryhard. I wouldn't give away my Omnitrix. Too many people watch the Omnitrix crap. They don't want to see the magic or osmosis or Vilgax or any of that. But yeah, there you go. As always, hope you'll like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. And as always, I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.